What is going on, people? I hope that you are all doing incredible and having an amazing day. By the title of this video, you should be able to tell that we're talking about 2-5-1s. I received a comment in the last video that I uploaded yesterday. I try to upload every single day, by the way, asking me to clarify what these are, how to play these, and so forth. So today we're going to discuss that. But before we go any further, if you are watching this video right now, you can, for 100% no cost, $0, zero dinero, subscribe to this channel. If it helps you in any way, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment if you have questions. It changes my life radically. You have no idea how much it changes my life, but it's completely free and it's at no cost. So if this helps you at all, definitely do that. All right, so what are 2-5-1s? So if we're in the key of C major, just for simplicity's sake, we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, now these could each be corresponded, and you could call these scale degrees. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No one ever says 10. 11, people say 11. No one ever says 12. 13, 14, no one ever says 14. And then back to that. Okay, so why is that important? And why do I say 13? And why did I say 11? Well, because these could be noted as these extensions, okay? What are extensions? Well, if we are in C major and we want to play a 2-5-1, right? And I'm saying 2, meaning the second note, the chord off that, the 7th chord off of that, which would be D minor 7. So the 2 chord, if you have the 5 chord, what you're generally going to see is a dominant 7th chord. And what is a dominant 7th chord? Well, a dominant 7th chord is 1, 3, 5, flat 7. See, hear how it has a pull to go to C major 7th. I'm home. Dominant 7, major 7. I'm home. But I want to talk about what it means to have an extension. So an extension is a note that is additional to this major 7th chord. So if we have this dominant 7th chord, something that we may do to add more color is add a 13. Now, what is a 13? Well, it'd be the 6th scale degree, right? We talked about this earlier at the beginning of this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? But no one ever calls it that. Why? Because it's generally used as an extension within this application, okay? There's a lot of people who call it the 6th chord, and that's completely okay. But within this notion, within approaching it as a dominant 7th chord, what we're doing is we're talking about an additional tone that we're adding to the basic dominant 7th chord, to the basic 7th chord of this scale degree, so the 5th scale degree. So we're going to add a 13, which is the 6th note within the scale. So that would be E, if we're talking about this G dominant 7th chord. Why? Why would it be E? Why wouldn't it be F? Aren't we in C major? Well, here's the tricker. We're approaching this from the angle of the root of the chord that we're playing. So we're playing G dominant 7 going to C major, which is still in C major, but what we're playing is actually called Mixolydian, okay? And Mixolydian is the scale that corresponds with this dominant 7th chord. Now, this may not make a lot of sense to you, but trust me, it will. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we know that, okay, we can build these 2 chords. And I wanna show you guys these chords because this was the main comment in the last video. We have D, F, C, F, okay? What you can also do is you can add an E to make it a D minor 9 chord. Okay, super awesome. That goes to G dominant 7, okay, which at its basis would be G, F, B, D. Today we're going to be discussing adding a 13 to it, so adding the E, okay, instead of the D. So G dominant 7 13 chord would be G, F, B, E, going to C major 7th. So C, G, B, E. Okay, awesome. So what we're doing is we're saying, okay, if we take each of those chords separately and we want to play the scales associated with those chords, what would they be called? So the 2 chord, okay, what would this be called? It would be called Dorian, okay, D-O-R-I-A-N, Dorian, okay, and this is how we would play it. Now notice something. This doesn't sound like a basic natural minor scale. Listen to the difference. Here's natural minor. Here's Dorian. What's the difference? Well, it's a one-tone difference. It's the sixth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hear that? Here's natural minor again. Flat 6. Here's Dorian. A different sound, a different color. Why is it a different sound, and why would we play Dorian over this minor 7th 2 chord? Because that's the functionality of this chord. It's not functioning as, we're home. We're in a minor tonic. We're at minor home. It's no, we are on the 2 chord, which is going to move somewhere. This is super important for you guys to get. The reason that we're calling this Dorian, the reason that it's a different scale than natural minor, even though we're playing a minor scale, a minor chord, is because we're not home. This D minor 7th chord isn't our destination. This isn't where we're ending up. This isn't our resolution. So we're not going to call it, and we're not going to play a natural 6. We're going to play what is actually functioning within this harmony, which is Dorian. So it's D, E, F, G, A, B natural, not B flat, because that would be natural minor, B natural, C to D. When you learn these, by the way, learn them in 2 octaves. So did you see what I pointed out there? You're not playing, it's this. Okay, it's not, so just make sure whenever you're doing this, make sure that you're hitting the B. You're not playing a B flat, because that's super important. So awesome. So now that we understand that, now that we understand the 2 chord, let's talk about the 5 chord. So we have the 5 chord, okay? We have this dominant 7th chord. What would we play over this? Well, this would be Mixolydian, okay? And what is Mixolydian? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8. And remember, again, learn them 2 octaves. So okay. And what we're going to be doing off this is we're going to talk about what is the 13. Well, the 13 is this color that we're going to exemplify to resolve back to the major 1 tonic. So the purpose of this video really is to talk to you guys and kind of get you guys to tap into the water of what is going on when you're listening to these jazz tunes, or you're listening to things that have 2-5-1s, like Rex of Orange County. 2-5-1, 5-1, 2-5-1. What is going on there? What could you play over that? Well, you could play something like this. You could go outlining. Boo, 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 doo. So, in totality, check this out. Go home, learn these chords, explore these scales, and then obviously C major 7. Slow down the video if you need to, learn those scales, approach them, and really pick them apart and think about what is different here. Why isn't this just G major? Why is it G dominant 7? Why? Because it's functioning differently. This is what we talked about on the 2 chord. The 2 chord isn't home. This isn't our resting place. It's functioning as a place that's going to the 5 chord. That's why the 5 chord isn't G major when we're playing the scale. It's G dominant 7. It's G Mixolydian, okay? Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It's always kind of hard because I can't hear you guys live feedback, but I really think that this is going to help a lot of people. And let me know in the comments if this isn't making sense, or if you want me to explain this further. But this is the basis for all of jazz harmony, really. And the cool part too is you can hear it in the scale. You can hear that. You can hear the resolution of these things. right, in that 2-5-1 to D. So if this helps you at all, hit the subscribe button, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.